lines. Just one. Not even a, just one more. Hold on, sorry. Just one more. Okay. Oh no. All right. Well, we can get pretty close. That's actually there's. Oh no, I had to write the first time. There's a very slight mathematical advantage if you have to like overlap. There's a very slight mathematical advantage to overlapping on the bottom row rather than on the sides, just because columns are technically worth slightly more than or no, excuse me, rows are worth slightly more than columns are. So, anyways, okay, I won't get too distracted there. Yeah, yeah, I mean, I only brought like the state that you see those projects on the website. Like I didn't finish them. Like I've been saying I brought them to like roughly like 80%. That was my goal. And one of the things I kind of want to do, like once I get Hero up to like 80% or so, I think I might want to actually start like putting them out for various platforms, because like right now, actually, if you go to the sorry, I've been spending a lot of time on the site, but this will probably be the last thing. Like if you go to the site, there's actually a link at the bottom of the page to download for Android, but I haven't done anything like that for iOS yet, because I'm actually not even building for iOS yet. So I don't know. So yeah, one of the things I kind of would like to do is actually get those, into like good shape, and maybe actually like release them through official channels. I don't know. I haven't independently done that. Like I've worked on projects that made it onto the App Store, but that'll be like slightly. I wanted to like get the games working before I started working on like. I mean, like it's an important part of game development is getting your titles released, but I don't know. Right now, I've just been getting by with the website. Oh, is that true? All right. So I'll have to bite that bullet. I should probably start thinking about money at some point. I haven't been thinking much about money, which is kind of nice. I've kind of been taking a vacation from caring about money. But I mean, like, yeah, I do. I consider myself a game development professional, and a lot of professionals like make money doing what they do. So I should probably consider doing that at some point. Yes, I was just reminded of that because like once I start spending money, I'll probably want to start recouping those funds as well. All right, so yeah, I bumped up the mob diameter, huh? And then but I haven't actually. Have I seen how it goes yet? Wait. Oh, whoops, yeah. I haven't seen how it goes yet because I forgot to put the F there, so I didn't realize that my 1.5 was a float. Whoa, okay. So yeah, like I said, stuff happens. What did it say was out of range? Array index is out of range. What's so out of range about this array index? Oh, I'm probably forgetting. Huh. Probably. Wait, what? No, I thought I fixed these places because we're using mob diameter. Huh. Maybe I should try going to a round number. For starters. Maybe round numbers will be less likely to explode. It's entirely possible that I've been working with this. No, didn't like that either. It's entirely possible that I've just been working with this value as a. Like when the value equals 1, it's really easy to like overlook it, like one or several places. So yeah. Gosh. It would have been really nice if this just worked. But, I mean, I guess the alternative would just be to leave that scale as it is and then just, like, scale everything else down. Like, just change the scale of everything else to be smaller. Which is an interesting concept. Huh. I mean, I guess I could go that way with it. Oh man, yeah. Neither are especially easy at this point. So, all right. Yeah, I am planning on doing like quite a stream today. I didn't stream at all yesterday, and even earlier in the week too. I had like a bunch of like stuff going on in the evening, so like I kept cutting it short. So yeah, I might be on for a while. Huh. Yeah, it would have been really nice if this had just worked. What is it saying is out of range? Debt? I feel like I'd set it up so that it would be by definition within range. But apparently that was not the case. I wonder if the same thing would happen if I made mob radius smaller, or mob diameter smaller. So what if it was instead like 0.5? Would you still be freaking out? Like, can you just not handle any value other than 1? No? Alright, well you don't freak out about it. I wonder... Alright, so some things still work, even with a mob diameter even with a different mob diameter. And so yeah, the effect now should be that once the mobs like really start to swarm, like here I'll put it down much lower, so they spawn a lot faster. Yeah, it's basically now it should just be the point that they don't respect each other's personal space. Like they really like clump up and like all stack up on top of each other. So like basically all I want to do, I guess it's reassuring to see that they at least can change that value, and I can use different values. But for some reason, in that one case, it didn't like it when I made the value larger. So yeah, hopefully it'll just be a matter of like simple math. Yeah, because I want the opposite of this. Like you get this very clearly defined circle where the mobs all just kind of stand there, and that's like the opposite of what I want. Oh yeah, hold on, wait. Yeah, sorry. I don't actually play music on my stream, but literally, like, I started a half hour later than I meant to, just because I was literally I just got entranced, and I just had to, like, it was literally that. I wasn't actually watching the video the whole time, but I just, you know what, actually, I'm gonna switch back to that. I'm gonna listen to that again for a little while, because I've just been listening to like other stuff, but hold on. Yeah, loop 1. Wait, play. There we go. It's just I don't know, it's just quality. Hold on, let me turn it up a little bit as well. Alright. Oh yeah. Okay. So yeah, Power 3. Oh, for one thing, there's a bug with it. So the first time you use Power 3, it actually does nothing, which I found out just recently, and I still need to fix. What it's supposed to do is when you activate it, it makes you more powerful for a brief period of time. So when you activate it, nothing will happen except that you become more powerful. But then if you activate it and then activate bombs, or if you activate it and activate dash, or even if you just activate it and let your dude auto attack, um, it just amps everything up. So I think like the math right now is that like it it's like having POW 3 active. If like yeah, if all you get is POW 3 and then I don't, is that good advice? What is this is this like some is this is Would-Be Shred saying, is that going to turn into some weird troll where you like accidentally delete like important system files? Because if that's a troll, I can delete that, but I don't know. Just yeah, I hope everyone is generally aware. Oh, all right. So I should probably. Uh, oh, how do you just delete a thing? I don't know how to do that. Sorry. I don't know how to. I don't know how to just delete one message. So sorry. Sorry. I apologize. I'm bad at moderating. I don't know. But like, please don't try and ruin people's lives. That's one of the unofficial rules of chat, is don't try and ruin people's lives. You know, because that happens enough even if you don't try. So, sorry. But thank you for tuning in. Thank you for participating. Sorry. What were we talking about before that? Oh. Well, alright. I guess, yeah, one good thing that I bet we can probably agree on is, like, if someone tells you to do something on the internet, they're probably trolling you. So just don't do things people tell you on the internet. And I guess technically what I am telling you right now is a thing on the internet. Is this another one of those, well, I don't run Unix, so maybe I'll just let that one go. Unix dudes, don't do that. Probably. I don't know. I'm not even gonna try. Oh, was it missing targets? Because that was one of the things that I tuned up. Oh, weird. Oh. Oh. That's weird. Alright. That goes on the list. Why are dudes clumping in the corner? You said that was after using dash? I wonder if there's this bug that, sometimes if you play through and then restart the game, for some reason the hero wanders off into the distance. I wonder if they're doing something similar. If they're just, afflicted with the same strange wanderlust. Yeah, I still have to look into the other one, so, okay. Alright, so it's just sorry, it was just the thing about not taking advice on the internet. Heck, even if you want advice on the internet, sometimes it's good not to take the advice that you find. So if advice comes to you unprovoked on the internet, think long and hard about that. That'd be my PSA for today. Huh. That is bizarre. Yeah, I've never personally come across that one myself, but I really like Dash, so I have changed a little bit about how dash works since Tuesday, but probably like that'd probably still be happening on the current build if you get it to happen on that build. So yeah, I'll have to look into that. Maybe I should just do like a. I should probably just do like a sanity check for dashing because it sounds like it sounded like maybe like dash concluded like maybe like the processor hitched like while dash was concluding or something. I don't know. I don't know why that would actually. I don't know what would actually cause that, but like the behavior almost makes it sound like their dash values never got reset. So yeah, if I can't get if I can't like investigate it, find the source, and solve it like definitively, I might just put in a spot check to make sure that if anything like that happens, it at least will resolve itself intermittently, so that hopefully it at least won't impact gameplay. Like maybe they'll like clump for a second, but then like release themselves or something. Hmm. Oh. Well, yeah, there are a few ways that I could go about that. Huh. Yeah, I mean, thank you very much for the feedback. I mean, I tend to stumble across these things eventually just through my own testing, but I mean, a lot of these things, like this, for example, I'm probably not going to find out about until someone else tells me about it, so I very much appreciate it. Oh yeah, I still want to, sorry, I'm still listening to this, and it's just really inspiring. I'm gonna link it again in chat. Sorry. Yeah, mob diameter. Alright, so we can change mob diameter, and the game can still work with a different mob diameter, which gives me hope. So, yeah, I want to see this work. And I want to see it work at around, like, 1.5. So, alright, I'm going to set it there, and I know this is going to cause the same errors, but I forget where the errors were occurring, so this will bring us right back there. Yeah, there we go. So it's scan range multi. I'm guessing just like what SC. It doesn't make sense to me that this would occur with higher diameters. If anything, I would have expected this to occur with lower diameters. But I don't know. All right, hold on. How are we calculating this? Det is radius time. So radius is rounding up the maximum range divided by mob diameter plus 1.5. And so then det is a multi-dimensional array of length. It's an array of arrays. Multi-dimensional array of arrays. With dimensions rad times 2 minus 1. So then why are we exceeding? SC0 and SC1 sweep chords. Yeah, no, that does not make sense to me. Times 2 minus 1. Well, the last time I encountered something like this, I did, like, this math doesn't 100% make sense to me, and actually I had to make a... Oh yeah, this plus 1.5 F. Oh, maybe I just have to multiply this up. 1.5 F times mob diameter. Because the reason this 1.5f is here is because I think it was only supposed to be like 0.5f or something like that, but like I kept getting out of range exceptions, and so I was like, fine, I'll just make the range slightly bigger, and then it went away. Although mathematically speaking, I think it actually made more sense if it was actually just 0.5. But so maybe I just need to scale that up. Maybe my like magic buffer just needs to become a bigger magic buffer now that the scale is different. Nope. That did not fix it. But gosh, like, how how is this making a difference? How is this possibly making a difference? Well, okay. All right. Well, I think for the same magic reason that I just described, that could be important. But yeah. So maybe. Oh yeah. What if yeah, maybe it's maybe I need to factor in here mob diameter. Because if there were any places that I'd been overlooking mob diameter before, mob diameter had previously been 1. So like if I forgot to divide by mob diameter, then forgetting to divide by 1 gives like fairly accurate results. So I guess yeah, this makes sense, I guess. But if I do it here, I probably also have to do it. This scan range multi, I probably also have to do it in scan range. So save that. Well, all right, let's see if that works, and then we should be getting different errors if it works. Nope, same error. Maybe. Or maybe now we're getting it because of scan range multi. No, this is still giving the same error. Oh, gosh. So... Oh, I only do our min. I need... No. Huh. R max divided by mob diameter. Why am I not doing this for R max? Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, so, right, yeah, I used to use the default, I don't know why that popped up. Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, so I used to use the default, the color scheme, but I tend to prefer to work with the darker background, just because it's like less bright. So yeah, I was able to find it. It's somewhere in here. So wait, so what did I do? I went to so tools, options. It's probably like staring me right in the face, but oh, here we go. Yeah, syntax highlighting. Oh yeah, right. So at first I just used Nightshade, which is basically the color scheme I have here. Except Nightshade had like weird italicization. It would italicize things in a few places that I didn't prefer. So I made a new one, and when you make a new one, you can base it on an existing one. So like I made a new one based on Nightshade, and then I just went in and changed a few things. So yeah, if you like a dimmer sort of setup, then that works pretty well. How am I using R max here? I feel like... Oh, all right. Yeah, no, I'm not doing it here. That's probably it. If I'm on the right path at all, I think this is probably another place where I would have needed that to be. Maybe this will work. Hey, look at that! Oh, cool. But I think as soon as I try and activate, wait, what's something that uses single targeting? I'm pretty sure I'm going to come up to the exact same thing once I. Actually, no, maybe I won't for single targeting because maybe I'll always just find a target. But I'm pretty sure it's relevant in single scan. So, yeah, you're very welcome. um, so yeah, so oh yeah, so what I just puzzled at, and what I eventually the discovery I eventually came to is that, the way I'm setting up my, so one thing that I do fairly frequently in this game is scan like a proximity around like a given area for a specific type of target, and the way I do that is a grid system. The grid system is based on mob diameter. So when I changed the scale of the grid, what I forgot to account for was the range values that I'd been using, the distances. So like for example, so one thing that I would scan for is targets. So the hero has autonomy, as you might notice if you've tried out the game or if you watched it. The hero, when left to his own devices, will just like go hunt out mobs, and he finds those mobs using the scanning system. He always goes for the nearest target just to cut down on travel time. So he has like a fixed distance. He has a fixed distance for perception, and while I changed the diameter, the mob diameter, therefore changing what his perception meant in terms of the grid, I had not been converting that. So R max is the maximum range for this scan, and so because I had not been accounting for the mob diameter when referencing the maximum range in the scan, the scan was going out of bounds because to go the same distance, you only need to go like it was a fewer number of squares on this grid. So scan range multi is for what I use to like return multiple targets, and then scan range. Overlapping range. I really shouldn't bother fixing you up, but I'm probably gonna. I don't use overlapping range. One day I spent an afternoon coming up with a system to mark out overlapping ranges, and then like pretty much as soon as I was done, I was like, oh wait, no, I know a much simpler way to do this, and I just did it the much simpler way instead. But I I don't have the heart to get rid of it because I spent like an entire afternoon on it. Anyways, yeah, that's probably fine. It might not be fine, but it's probably fine enough for now. So wait, sweep distance. Ooh, wait, hold on. For int I equals 0, sweep dist near I less than range. Sweep dist near I less than range. No, it's less than range divided by mob diameter. Yeah. So the same thing would have happened here. I just have I use scan range and scan range multi differently in different places. Well, at this point, I probably could get rid of scan range, but scan range is like a lighter weight version of scan range multi. Scan range multi is needed in some situations, like because when you're setting off an explosion, you need to find all the mobs that are within range of like the blast radius. But if you're only just looking for a single target, like for I don't know where I even use scan range for anymore. For dashing, I think dashing is like the only thing that uses scan range anymore. And so like you only dash to one location. So you only look for a specific, like you collect a lot of mobs along the way, but like in terms of like location picking. There's a yeah. Anyways, I think that should work now. So hopefully the mobs will be less clumpy, and hopefully now we can actually tune that value so that way we can just like have a little more control over the game board. So yeah, what I was doing last time was stacking on hero to see the so stacking all your modifiers on the hero in earlier builds used to be a really exploitative thing to do. Or like it led to a highly exploitative set of like you got so powerful that the game just became ridiculously trivial and was no fun to play. Oh yeah, no, I know another thing that, man, I really need to write these down when I think of them, because otherwise otherwise they'll like slip out of my mind. So yeah, why are dudes clumping in the corner using dash? Actually, I'm gonna put that one in the backlog because I don't necessarily expect to find that one today. So I'll need to remember to look for that one in the future. Actually, and I'm gonna put it next to wandering just in case those are related. You can kind of lose. I guess there's no specific like lose screen. When you win in hero, you get a time bonus. So, well, yeah, I haven't actually. So in the build that's online, like scoring is so broken, and like scoring is really the differentiating factor. So yeah, so like the difference between doing well in hero and doing not as well in hero is ultimately it will be a matter of like how quickly you can clear the board. The game that's online on my website, that build does not reflect that in any way. The today's build, the one that we're working on now, is a little bit better, but actually, yeah, one of the things that I have in bold that I really want to do today is to redo the time bonus, because that's kind of going to make or break it. So yeah. Also, yeah. So there's not like an explicit lose, but there is like a penalty system, sort of, in the game, in that if you let an explosive device detonate, it dramatically reduces the number of mobs on the field. The win condition is to clear a specific number of mobs. So with fewer mobs on the field, it's just going to take you longer to hit that goal, and so the end result will be a lower time bonus at the end. I might put in like a grading system, so that way like so at the end of the game, like, you get a number, but it's a little hard to tell, like I mean, like, whenever you play a game the first time, it's like when you see like an arbitrarily large number, it's like, what does this number really mean? So I'm thinking like I might put in a scoring system where, like, you know, like, so if you finish like in like this percent, or like whatever percent of the expected like duration, like you get like an A rating or whatever, like A, B, C, D, and then I guess I could put in an F rating. Like, you still clear the game, but I guess then that would technically be a fail rating. I don't know. I'm toying with that idea. I'm not 100% about it. I might, yeah. Because like in Grav, like, you can only lose. Like, Grav is very arcadey, so it takes from the arcade legacy of really trying to eat the player's quarters. Like, the whole point of the game is just like, how long can you survive this mechanic that will eventually kill you? And then in B-Box, like, there is a finite duration, but it's a little less aggressive about how that's presented. Like, you don't literally get like entombed. You just like run out and you see a number like slowly ticking down. So like, it's, yeah, that actually, I hadn't really planned this out, but yeah, with Grav you always lose. With B-Box you never really lose or win. And then with Hero, you always win. And, sorry, just one sec. This is terribly unimportant, but I'm gonna take a moment to look it up. Anyways. Whoa, that's not what I meant to do. Hold on. Oops, no, that's loud. Sorry. Sure, it seems fine. So to answer your question, here's this link. Yeah. Sorry. I apologize to anyone who clicks that link. I apologize. Oh shoot, I came here to write something down that was important. And I think I've probably forgotten it again. Alright, because I moved that over to the back. Well, I guess I can leave it here too. Thank you. Thank you. So I didn't remember what we were gonna write here. I opened this up so that I could make an important note to myself so that I won't forget it for later. Maybe if I keep playing, maybe I'll remember. It's clearly something that I had just seen. But what? What had I just seen? Huh. I don't recall, actually. Something up with the UI system? I feel like I clicked through that button by accident. Although something got weird about the UI when I paused the game. I don't know if that was... I don't know what that was about. Seems to be behaving now. Alright, well, whatever I was thinking of, if it was as important as I suspect it probably is, then presumably I'll remember it again at some point. But man, I'll think of it someday. I mean, I have plenty of things that I should be working on right now. I know I should be I should fix POW 3 so that it actually works. It'd be nice if POW 3 actually worked. Oh, I'm probably not setting the time correctly. Maybe? On the first activation? No, I don't know. Maybe. Because I have seen POW 3 work. For some reason it doesn't work the first time you use it, but it does eventually work. So yeah, stacking power-ups on the hero used to be exploitatively powerful, but now it seems better. Like, this seems reasonable measure. I also like how the mobs are not clumping nearly as much, or like they get there's like this throng that's very centrally located, but like with this, I think it's better for this number of mobs, like this degree of spacing, because like I came up with the original spacing before the mobs before they carried coins, so yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna watch this happen. Although now that I've said I'm gonna watch this happen, it's probably not gonna happen. Alright, so activate POW 3, nothing happens. Nothing happens, yeah. But once POW 3 comes back, if I activate it again, it actually will work. That was what I saw last time. And that's a big thing. I mean, I can't remember what that other thing was that I meant to remember, but oh, I know something I should do. And I'm going to make a note of it so that I don't forget. And maybe I'll actually remember to write the note this time. POW 3, so site lull in early mid-game. That might be true. Might be. I might not come back to that, but we'll see. I mean, if it is true, then it'll become more and more obvious as time goes on. Did I just do it again? Did I just say enough things that my train of thought got lost? Someday I'll learn. Someday I'll learn to literally write it down as soon as it's in my mind. I'm really forgetful, as it turns out. Yeah, look, it worked. Yeah, so what's supposed to happen when you activate POW 3 is that you turn orange and you get more powerful for a period of time. Oh, well, for one thing, I want to lower the cooldown on it, probably, because I forget if I did that yet, but if it's still at 45, it's supposed to be less than 45. What is POW 3 cooldown? Yeah, I am. Tom Peach HD. I am, in fact, I'm at a standing desk, and actually, I have a small exercise device at the standing desk, so I haven't been doing it much today, but sometimes you'll see that yeah, so if you... Actually, I sometimes try and, like, not do this, because I imagine it's probably distracting to see, like, my head, like, bobbing up and down. But, yeah, I'm actually standing on a small exercise device, and sometimes I will use it. Yeah. Oh, man. Switching over to standing desk was so difficult for my back. Like, I never really had, like, back problems or anything, but, I felt it. I felt it so hard. Like, for a week, I, like, almost couldn't lie down just because of how sore my back would be at the end of the day, just from being at a standing desk. But, yeah, that passed pretty fast, and yeah, I love it now, so. Plus you can do this. It's, the cool thing about literally having, like, it's just like I mean, it's a very simple device. It's just like, you can probably picture it. It's one of those things that you stand on, and it kind of like emulates stairs. Hey, we got a new follower. Light Man, thank you for following. It's great having you here. I hope this means I'll see you again for future streams as well. Yeah. So the thing I like about standing desks is that, like, oh, hey! Tom Beach HD, thank you for following. It had been a while since I saw that, so, and then 2 in a row, so thank you guys. So I've started archiving my streams to YouTube. So actually, if you scroll way down, like below my website, there is a link to the YouTube archives of the stream. The other thing that I've been meaning to do, though, is, like, now that I'm, like, I only got into this, like, a couple weeks ago. I actually tried that, Russ Jr., and you have to wait a little while. But so if you unfollow and refollow just to see the thing pop up again, please remember to refollow, because you have to wait a while, and I'd be sad if we parted ways. Yeah, I only started streaming, like, relatively recently, just, like, within a matter of weeks, and now that I am up and running, though, like, I've been thinking, like, I should use YouTube, because, like, there are things that yeah, like, so I want to get, like, well, actually, the next project, who was it earlier that was asking about the October challenge? Because my entry for the October challenge to Ludum Dare is actually going to be a chat bot for Twitch, but it's going to be, like, a game. I could go on to a really long tangent, like, about all of, like, what I have worked out so far. The gist is that it's not going to be like Twitch Plays Pokemon, where, like, the chat controls the stream, and it's not going to be like Nightbot or, like, any of the chat moderation bots, where it's just a tool. It's going to be basically a text-based way for viewers to interact with the stream. Uh, like, so it's going to be a game. It's just not going to be. It's just not going to replace what's happening here. Like everything that typically happens in the stream. It's basically going to be like a game played alongside the stream. Just well, actually, so the reason so if you're not familiar, for the Ludum Dare October Challenge, the goal is to make a game that raises at least $1 by the end of the month, like start to finish. I mean, technically, you're supposed to start at the beginning of October, and in the span of a month, make a game start to finish, and by the end of the month, have made at least $1 from it. I'm going hard mode, and I'm not actually starting until next week. But yeah, I want to make this game for when people do charity drives on Twitch, so that they can have viewer participation in kind of like I haven't worked out all the details, but it's basically going to be like a side story. Like yeah, if you think about like on like a TV show with like a lot of characters, like they'll have like the main plot, and then sometimes they'll have like a side story about like, I don't know, just another thing to add another dimension, add another like layer to the storytelling. And so I kind of want to make like basically that. So right, so the goal of the game project will be to encourage people to donate and to raise awareness and help help a charity drive succeed in that way. And then yeah, I mean, I have to get started on this project because like for one thing, I've never done anything like this before. I've never worked with the Twitch API. I've never worked with any of the development tools that I'll be using for this project, so that's going to be fun. And then also, I still have, like, I know what I want and I know what I don't want, but it hasn't all gelled into, like, one cohesive idea yet. So, yeah, that's going to be fun. Wish me luck. Or actually no, I mean, like, if you tune in next week, that'll probably be what I'm doing then. So yeah, man, there are at least 2 things that I meant to write down as a reminder for myself that I just have not. I've just lost completely, and it's a little bit of a weird feeling, but it should, hopefully everything will still, like, just all work out and stuff. I hope. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Actually, maybe the cooldown is okay on Power 3. The cooldown on Power 3 used to be like 45 seconds, and that was too long. I think I changed it probably to like 25 seconds, and that might be about right. Although I was saying I could bring down the cooldown on dash, and if I do that, I might also want to bring down the I want to bring down the cooldown on both of those things, so that way, because like right now, if you don't put any speed boosts into dash, you know, it takes 10 seconds to recharge, which ends up feeling like quite a time. So I think we're getting close to the victory rush. We might be in the throes. I think we're in the throes of the victory rush because stuff is getting super explosive. Those users are just getting like kicked into space. Boom. Oh, cool, we get to test this, too. Oh, no, we don't. Almost did. Alright, that's good. Alright, yeah, so my quick fix to time bonus was just to make sure time bonus is bigger than the amount of points you get in the game. Yes, speed boosts, if you apply them to an ability, will make the cooldown shorter. Speed boosts are the ones that look like a fast forward button on like a VCR. Oh, man. VCR, who... why didn't I say like DVD player at least? At least. Um, gosh, I'm an old person. Fun fact: I'm an old person. Yeah. So yeah, the fast forward button will. Yeah. That one on an ability, it will reduce the cooldown. On your hero, it will make him attack faster. Uh, and it'll also make him move faster. But movement is not a huge factor in this game. Yeah. So all right, let's fix POW 3 before that gets even more. Oh, well, let's check the cooldown first. Yeah, I am I'm tempted to pull up another music video, because I like using music videos to respond to statements. Yeah, being high is cool, right? I not That's not to say that I am necessarily, but I I was accused before on stream, like in one day, three different people. They didn't really accuse me of being enthusiastic, but three separate people, like at different times during the course of the day. These all happened like hours apart. I don't think like the people had been there for the previous occurrence. People were like, "You're really enthusiastic. You're you know what it is? It's like when like I don't know, when the stream's going well, like when I'm happy about like what's going on, I'd get really like enthusiastic and yeah, I have I have a friend who uses like the literal approach to it, to to like feeling high all the time. I don't literally. Although I guess apparently I don't have to, because I tend to feel that way anyways. All right, so because I enjoy responding to things with music videos, I'll share that. Oh, I'm pretty sure that one. So like lyrics. I'm pretty sure there's like explicit lyrics. Probably in both of the things that I've linked so far. I apologize if there are young ones watching at home. I apologize. Please maybe don't click those links because of the lyrics. So I guess I'll just say the official stance of the stream is that I mean, everyone's of course welcome to express their opinions in chat. I hope you are able to get along while doing so. So my official stance is that I don't know why I'm calling it official. I feel official because like I'm the dude on camera. Whatever. Like my view is like is about health. Like as long as you're staying healthy. Yeah. So I like what it was important to me, like for myself and for the people I associate with, is to make sure that they're actually taking care of themselves, because like I mean it's hard enough to take care of oneself, like to take care of someone else because someone else is not taking care of themselves is I mean I've been in that position before and it's hard. So like I like it's important for me that people try and take care of themselves because we all have to do that so that like we can all survive and whatnot. That said, so yeah, so like, I mean, like with stuff like that, like there's the health factor, and that's thank you. Thank you. I wouldn't be nearly as enthusiastic without cool viewers such as yourself. So thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you for the feedback. If you have other like suggestions and stuff, I try and take those into consideration too. So yeah, I enjoy hearing what you guys think about the stream. Yeah, just so without going on too long of a diatribe, yeah, it's important for me that people care about their health, and health is a factor, of course, with you know basically everything, and you know very much so with some of the the recreational activities we've been discussing in chat. So yeah. Hey, we got a new follower. The house goat. Welcome to the house goat. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for following. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Actually, that's a good. Yeah, that's something that I've been thinking a lot about. I. So one of the things that I want to do is one of the things on my backlog is to add scorch marks. So I don't want anything. I don't want there to be anything like. Well, so actually, hold on. One of the things that I have disabled is a grid, because like at a certain point, like I was getting like I really wanted I really just wanted that sense of like positioning and relative movement. I don't want to do that. So instead, what I'm thinking is that well, so yeah. So currently, when you oh, huh, yeah. So currently, when you sorry, I was thinking, and the thing in my backlog is scorch marks. So what I wanted to do is when an explosive device detonated, like not the bombs, but like when one of the mobs holding the explosive devices, if one of those detonated, I wanted to put like a black like mark on the ground. And for one, I wanted to do that for like dramatic purposes, but also the other benefit is that you then have that relative sense of movement, because you know these things fixed on the ground are not going to be moving as much. Although it just occurred to me, like I could put a smaller mark on the ground, like when you set off bombs. I could put a smaller streak across the ground when you dash, and just by having like a few like, you know, just subtle like tracks on the ground to like indicate that, you know, something has happened here, then that probably would add it. That probably would give that sense of oh, cool. Yeah, oh yeah, so that was thank you for mentioning that, Lightman, because yeah, it's something that has been on my mind. Maybe I just needed to hear someone else say it, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I started working with Unity at the beginning of the summer. Like I'd had some exposure to it before, but I really enjoy it. It makes a lot of stuff really nice. Like yesterday, I made a prototype for a friend, and like start to finish, I just did the whole thing in one day, and like, oh, I mean, it's like it's his project, so I'm not at liberty to talk about it really, but I'll just say there was enough that there were like some features in it, right? And so if I had been working in like another development environment, like some of those things would have been like really headachy. But yeah, no, I love that Unity they're like this is a common thing. Every developer does it. We'll take care of this for you. You just worry about making making whatever you're making, and yeah. So I really enjoy it. All right. So yeah, speaking of developing in Unity, what was I about to develop in Unity? Oh yeah, I was gonna fix. First I was gonna check the path 3 cooldown, and then speed initial. I put it at 30 seconds. So yeah, let's bring dash down to 8, and let's bring POW 3 down to 20. Because the game isn't very long, so it's weird if those things take forever. Like take relatively forever. The game used to take a lot longer, which is probably why those didn't feel as weird how they were. Oh, I remember one of them. I remember one of the things. EXPL spawn rate based on progress. Currently, explosive devices spawn more and more frequently over the course of time, but if you do very well, like if you get ahead of the game, like if you start knocking mobs out of the park, you will get modifiers faster than the rate at which explosive spawn rate, or the rate at which the the rate at which the rate increases. So so you'll just get like grossly overpowered, and then the rest of the game becomes like trivial from that point on. Oh wow. All right, so yeah, all right, so this is I don't have an actual title for it. I just call it Hero. It's so the game is like you're this dude, center screen. You can move around if you want, but I mean the gist is that I mean the game kind of comes to you. So you're right, as you there are these mobs here. Some of them carry coins, some of them carry explosive devices. Um, as you like clear out the board, you get these modifiers on top of the screen. Some of them are powers. You can use powers to uh, like so. For example, I just got bombs. Bombs allow you to you can either target it by clicking and then activating the ability, or if you don't have a target activated, it just picks a random target in the area, and it just causes like a little blast, and it just kind of like knocks mobs off their feet, and you know you get you get their wonderful coins. Sometimes I'll call them cookies because I don't know. I was in a funny mood when I decided to add them to the project. But yeah, all right. So then the other things you get are modifiers. So here's a speed modifier. I can apply it to bombs, and now I can use bombs more frequently. It recharges faster. I can add a range modifier to bombs, and it'll make it so that I can throw bombs further and that they'll hit more targets. I can add a multiplier to bombs, or like a multiplicity modifier, and now whenever I activate it, 2 bombs will detonate. And then okay, here's another power. This one is dash, so I can like dash. I can like kind of like jet a short distance, and then it causes like a toss. So yeah, okay. So the game is about. Thank you. Yeah, so the game is about like it's about like character customization, and it's about like managing the battlefield. I mentioned these little explosive devices. When they get near the hero, they start to flash, and they'll start to flash like at faster and faster rates, and then eventually they will detonate. So yeah, so the point of the game is like kind of to well, you're kind of trying to clear out the entire game board, but you know you kind of want to stay especially aware of the explosive devices, because those are a pretty major setback if they actually detonate. And yeah, so you can any of the modifiers that you get, you can apply it to any of the powers that you've gotten, or you can, by dropping it in this square, you apply it to your hero actually, so the hero himself becomes stronger. Actually, I just put a multiplier on. Oh shoot, an explosive device went off, but I was distracted. So I put a multiplier on the hero, and now I have this little ally dude who's like tagging along and helping out as well. He's basically like a miniature version of the hero. Yeah, so that is what that is about. So yeah, the thing that I realized is that there is a third power. We haven't gotten to it yet. It shows up. It'll probably show up pretty soon. But yeah, there is a third power in the game, and I realized there's like, I don't know what I did, but for some reason the first time you activate it, it doesn't activate. So I want to fix that up, and honestly I don't know why that's the case. I kind of have a hunch as to like where to look in order to like figure this out, but yeah. Oh yeah, I hope I did eventually write that note to myself, because it is important. Because like yeah, as it is currently, so not related to the thing that we just saw, but another thing that I have to do. Oh, here's Path 3. Yeah, so the first time I activate Path 3, it does nothing, which is okay. One of the things that we have to fix. The other thing, the rate at which explosive devices spawn, I'm gonna up the range of dash. I'm gonna have dash start with a higher starting range, not radius, but distance. Sorry, that was neither here nor there. Yeah, so the explosive devices will spawn like faster and faster as you continue to play, but you can get ahead of them, and it makes the game too easy, I think, right now. So I want to. That was one of the other things that we have to do at some point. So. I don't know how I feel about the strategy of putting modifiers on POW 3. I guess it shows up late in the game, so players aren't going to put a lot of modifiers on them, because you get fewer and fewer modifiers later in the game. So maybe I should just make it so that modifiers on POW 3 are just ridiculously good. make it so that make it a matter of scale, because like tactically you might be more inclined to put. Yeah, that sounds good. I'm gonna make a note of that. In fact, soup up modifiers on POW3. Yeah, as is presently, I think like the most effective strategy, like in the current implementation, is just to not really worry about POW3 modifiers on POW3. Just go for just keep stacking them on like dash and bombs. But I in order to make the game as much about character customization as possible, I want to support as many viable strategies as possible. So I think we're getting pretty close to the final. There's a victory rush right at the end of the game where when you're about to win, your power level just starts like ramping upwards and upwards and upwards. We must be really close to it at this point. Yeah, here it is. And like now, so for like the last few moments of the game, like whenever you strike a dude, they just go like flying off into space. Boom. Yeah. All right. So I try and stream fairly regularly. I've been for the past few weeks. I've been putting in 30 hours a week. It's usually between like noon and 7 Eastern Standard Time. So like for me right now, it's like 5:30. It's 5:36 or so. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for following. I'll probably I on most my schedule so far has been like on most days I'll put in like about 6 hours from like noonish or noon from anywhere from like noon to around 1. Like I'll fire it up and then stream for till around like 6 or 7 or so. So yeah, I've been trying to keep a good schedule. So when I'm not streaming, I like to watch dev streamers. And I can't always find a good one, so like, I don't know. I really want there to be like a lot of good dev streamers out there, and like, so I figured like this is what I can do for my part. I can try and keep a good schedule, and then I feel like it's getting more and more popular. I feel like it's like a lot of reasonable size like indie studios are like starting to have like regular live stream schedules too, which is pretty cool. So. Oh, this name is familiar to me. Where have I heard this before? Quill18. He has a YouTube channel? Yeah. Yeah, I've heard of that one before. Noises. Sorry. Yeah, I started to check out that channel once, and I didn't actually. So yeah, I should give it a better look, I guess. I'm literally still listening to Ameno on loop. I'm gonna share the link again in case anyone missed it before. I think I might switch to listen to something a little bit different for a minute though. Not that I wasn't still enjoying it. I just don't want to. I don't want to like, hear it too much. I don't want to get like tired of it. Yeah, the next Ludum Dare, like the big one is coming up pretty soon. Presently what I'm doing for Ludum Dare, it's not even. A lot of you probably heard this when I mentioned it a short time ago, but next week I'm starting on the October challenge. I meant to start on it at the beginning of October, but this project is taking. Trizox! Hey! How's it going? Yeah, I only recently got into game jams, and I haven't even done like one of the Ludum Dares proper. But yeah, I'm definitely competing in the December one. I am probably gonna live stream the entire thing. I'm probably gonna just do like a ridiculous marathon. I hear the good strategy is you sleep the first night, and then you work through the second night. So maybe I'll maybe I'll do like a short stream the first day, or like a reasonable size stream the first day, and then I want to do like a 36-hour mega stream where like 12 hours into it I'm like completely ridiculous, and like by the end of it I'm like basically like inane and babbling. We'll see how that goes. I'm doing all right. Yeah, I don't know if maybe you noticed I actually didn't stream yesterday, and it's because I got distracted by other projects, but I've also been saying that I want to stream on the weekends, or want to try it at least. So I think I'm probably going to make up for it by streaming on Saturday. So yeah, things are going well. I am back now to working on this project. In fact, we noticed that POW 3 does nothing the first time you activate it, and so I had changed earlier today a little bit about how POW 3 works. I don't know. This actually, no. If this happened in the Tuesday build as well, then it's definitely not something super new. So let's go to. Ooh, those things are slick. I have my current mobile device is one of the iPad minis of the most recent generation, or maybe there is only one generation. I forget if there are two generations of minis yet. But yeah, I just love a big bright screen, and now that I can now even on my mobile device I can just like take it with me wherever I go. So yeah, yeah, that too, right? I still don't have a Mac, so I can't compile for iOS yet. But I think I'm gonna get like a Mac Mini or something, just something to. Wow, yeah, 10 viewers. I really enjoy, like, so I'll stream even when like no one's around, but it's just so much more fun when there are people around, when they're actually. Oh man, and now I feel like I should probably get started on the October challenge if I'm if I'm the I'm the highest one there. Just a quick public service announcement. Another oh cool, wow, there are a lot of people streaming right now. I link to these every now and again because I was thrilled to find them. So yeah, these are just a couple other sites where you can find dev streamers, and yeah, it looks like there are actually a fair number online right now. Oh cool, yeah, oh yeah, I have to do that too because I am not actually an Apple dev yet. I was at one point. I worked for a company wherein I was an Apple dev, but at this point I am not one because I am independent and I have not yet registered. So yeah. Can you oh, I know you can like I know you can boot camp Windows on a Mac, but can you run OS X? I don't know. I don't. For as much time as I spend with computers, there's like a pretty broad gap in like my knowledge about how they work. Like, is that something you can do? Like, can you? Wait, I think I had heard about this before. Like, you can run, you can make a virtual Mac, but Apple does not like you if you do that, or like they make it, like it's just slightly sketchy, right, or something. I don't remember. I'm probably just gonna get a Mac Mini, or like my friend like upgrades MacBooks fairly regularly, so maybe when she gets rid of one of her old ones, I'll try and catch it. Hold on, sorry, I'm reading up on chat. Ooh. Yeah, so with Mac, you just need a I guess technically you can do it with a virtual machine, but you need something running Mac OS in order to compile. Like Xcode, I guess, is the thing that actually like takes all the raw files and like makes an app out of it. So, thank you for tuning in, Housecoat. Maybe you're gone by now already. Sorry, I'm catching up on chat. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. I hope to see you again in the future. Yeah, the Walking Dead game. That was that was like the one by Telltale, I think, or that's the one I'm thinking of. And yeah, I remember when the first one came out. That one just like took over. Yeah, right. I actually, when I got a new laptop, I was thinking about getting a MacBook because it's actually it was really difficult for me to find like a I okay I won't no spoilers. I Fun fact, I actually don't mind spoilers myself, but I am sensitive to the fact that other people don't like spoilers, so I I I will not. Um, yeah, I was thinking about getting a MacBook almost. Like I was just I was it took me a while to decide not to because it's I don't know. Like I was looking at other like high end laptop manufacturers and or not like high end, but like you know like I wanted I didn't want like a little netbook. I wanted like something really beefy. Like I didn't care if it was like huge and heavy as long as it like had good processing power. And like there are manufacturers that make like mobile workstations they call them, but like it's just hard to find really good ones. So uh, yeah, I didn't go that route, but I could have maybe with just like a little more persuasion. The reason I didn't, I don't like Mac OS, so I would have boot camped Windows, and then that would have taken up a lot of storage space, and storage space is like the one thing that I scrimp on. I don't need a lot of storage space, so like when I get a device, I don't go all out. Like that's the one I like. I'll get a good processor and I'll get like good other stuff, but I I scrimp on storage. Yeah. um, so what the heck is up with POW 3 that it doesn't work the first time? Supertime equals superdir plus powmult 2. Supermod equals supermod, etc., etc. Supertime is less than 0. Oh, it starts as 0. Yep, it starts as 0. Supertime starts as 0. Yeah. So I should say less than or equal to 0. Or I could just initialize it to -1. Uh, hmm. Yeah, I'll just initialize it to like -1 instead. So super time. So yeah, instead of saying super time equals 0, let's say super time equals -1. And then super time is less than 0, or is greater. Yeah, super time is greater than 0. Yeah. And then supermod not equal 0, and supermod less than or equal to 0. Let's say. And then alright, yeah. So then less than 0 should work now. Although, no, it's just like literally initializes in 0. So super time. So on start. Super time equals -1. There we go. Yeah. Oops. I very easily get. I very easily fall behind on chat. Oh, cool. That I have a lot of respect for people who are real technological minds. Like I enjoyed thing and I enjoy programming, but I don't consider myself an engineer. So people can really embrace that role. I'm always impressed by that. Um, Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm just like reading. I'm just reading through chat. To get better with Unity. Wait, did you say you said you've been working with it for a while though, right? Um, uh, I remember when I was first getting into Unity, I there's a tutorial that I went through which is like it was really long and plodding, but by the end of it, I at least knew like a lot about how Unity worked. So um, I forget what it was called. It was like LERPZ, LERPZ or something like that. Uh, but that was like yeah, that was like for starting out. I don't know if that is going to be as relevant to someone who has some experience working with it. The thing that I found useful about it was I just liked I just like that like they implemented in that game stuff that I wouldn't have typically. So it kind of just like by seeing how they went through it step by step, like I like it was like mind expanding for me because I now whenever I approach a challenge in Unity, I have like a few extra perspectives in my memory of like how other people would go about like implementing or solving a particular problem. So yeah, I found that really helpful, and probably just to generalize that, if you just like if you just like crack open someone else's project and see what they've done like that, that's I think you can learn a lot from seeing not just what other people have done right, but what other people have done wrong. Um, and like I think most people by the end of a project will have like at least a few things that they can identify as things that they would have done differently. So yeah, just getting that perspective I think is really helpful. It'll save you from having to learn those things the hard way. Yeah, like sorry, I'm really far behind on chat, so I apologize for talking about things that you guys already hashed out like 10 minutes ago. But like Trisox was saying, yeah, game jams are cool because like like in the context of a game jam, you're literally free from any sort of obligation to like do things like the right way or like do things I don't know, it varies from person to person, but some people have like a hard time not over engineering, and so I think game jams are a good test of that because in a game jam you have to not over engineer. If you over engineer, you could spend the entire jam like not even getting anything playable. So oh okay, sorry, yeah, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think it was Unity the organization actually put out a tutorial. It was like the semi-official like tutorial for like getting into Unity. Um, and yeah, and I think they named the character after linear interpolation. Um, let me see if I can find that. Yeah, sorry, it was someone else who said that they've been working with it for like years. So I guess yeah, I think I found it right on their main site. If you they have redone their site since the last time I was here. So where would it be? Learn probably. Recent tutorials, projects. Huh. They might not have it up anymore. But yeah, here so if these are anything like the thing that I remember, then these are so yeah, I think it was like this part of the site that I went to, and like the neat thing about it, well, for one thing, they sort them by like difficulty level. So they have like beginner ones or intermediate ones that cover like more or less or more complex topics, and so I hope this is like, oh, this one's like video version. I don't know. Some people might like the video version. Oh wait, no, I did see one of these at one point, and yeah, it's kind of the same thing, except like the one I saw was like is working from a PDF, which I found nice because I got to do it at my own pace, and Yeah, right. So yeah, so if you like video, like yeah, so the nice thing is that you can crack open Unity. You can sit down. They give you all the files that you'll need to start with. You don't have to make everything from scratch. They show you a bunch of things that you can basically like put the game together and like skip a lot of the busy work. And then yeah, then you just like fire up the video. Like for me, it was a PDF that I was working out of, but like now I guess it's all videos. And you just like they'll tell you like step by step, here, do this, do this, do this, and at a certain point you'll probably realize that like you don't need that guy telling you what to do anymore. Like you'll at a certain point it'll just make sense what's like the next step for your project, and then yeah, and take it from there. Sometimes hold on, wait. There's just one, I'm just gonna look up one other link real quick. There was oh man, I just remembered something, but it's not. I'll have to do that later. I always put links in chat, and then I remember when I upload these to YouTube, then if anyone were to watch it on YouTube, they would have no clue what these links are that I'm talking about. So, oh yeah, okay, hold on. Yeah, okay, just one more link. This is also from the Unity site. It's a section of the site where they not only do they have live sessions, like live training sessions, where you can like tune in and participate, and like they basically stream like a curriculum about Unity with live chat, and like I've seen a few. The guy like actually like responds to chat and answers questions and stuff. But also if you go to the it's kind of hidden somewhere on this page. If you go, is it? Oh no, it's not hidden anymore. It's just right underneath the upcoming sessions. They have past sessions, and they have archives of all of their old videos. So yeah, for a while I haven't been doing this much lately, but yeah, for a while I would whenever I like sat down to a meal or whatever, I would just fire up one of those in the background, and it's like it's like passive education. So like it's interesting enough, and then just by watching it, you'll pick up things here and there. Even if you're not making the exact same things that they're working on, you'll probably learn at least a little bit about like how Unity is organized and how things are set up. Like my favorite things are like you'll just catch like an offhand statement that like will like shed light on some like preconception that I've had about Unity, and like I'll just see something in a whole different way. Like the audio system, you might notice that I haven't actually set up audio for my games, but like I always assumed it would be like really difficult. And then one time I just watched a video on setting up audio in Unity, and I was like, oh, actually that looks way easier than I assumed it would be. So I haven't yet, but I could do that at some point. I could totally implement audio in my games. Who knew? So I think we fixed the thing with we definitely fixed the thing with that was causing the problem with POW 3, and I think it's probably good now. Hopefully we didn't introduce any new weird things. I think I'm fairly certain of what was changed, such that I don't expect it to introduce like volatility. But then again, if we could see everything advanced, then we'd never ship any bugs. But all right, so that's probably good now. Let's see what else. So what is? Oh yeah, I fixed that one as well. POW 3 doesn't work the first time. Cool. Explosion spawn rate based on progress. Yes, I keep thinking about this, and I really have to do this. Oh, and then soup modifiers on POW 3. So let's do that too. Let's do where is it? It's super duration. I guess I could increase the duration. The base duration could be like 4 instead of 3. That'll give you the opportunity to throw 2 sets of bombs. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to chat again, as I tend to do. Oh, cool. That sounds awesome, Adam. Thank you for sharing that. I'm going to add that to my long list of things that I have to check out. And it's really helpful to have a long list of things to check out, because I also have a lot of times where I'm just sitting around and I'm bored. Not because I don't have things to do, but because you know that feeling of like you know what you should be doing and you just don't feel like doing it. I get that from time to time. I had that for most of yesterday and ended up just sleeping until like 6 o'clock. And then working until like 5 in the morning, but whatevs. The time is 6 p.m. I don't even remember what time I started. I think I didn't start until like 2:30 or something. I got a late start today. Yeah, I think I didn't start until like 2:30, because I remember, like I was saying, if I did a full 8 hours today, I'd go till 10:30. So I'm almost halfway there. But yeah, I was just noticing that we still have quite a few things to do. So fortunately, we also have plenty of time in which to do them. So yeah. So I don't know if this is necessarily true. There's definitely a ramp, and yeah, I mean I definitely want to revisit the ramp. So I'm gonna leave this here. So slight lull in early mid game versus frantic end game? Question mark. Well, no, it's not a question. It's like revisit? Question mark. Explosion spawn rate based on progress. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. What do we want to do here? I guess as you approach your end goal, yeah, I'll add in a new way to regulate this, like a new public variable that I can tweak and tune. Expl spawn period init, expl spawn period, expl spawn period scale time, expl spawn period scale period, expl spawn period scale. How about public floats expl spawn period progress scale equals 2f. So I'm going to put in this new value, which so yeah, currently the there's like a spawn period, and yeah, I'm saying that I'm gonna finish by Saturday. I'm saying Saturday is I might finish it before Saturday. Maybe I'll even start working on the October challenge before next week. And I think that's realistic, because like I think actually, I mean, in some respects Hero is further along than Grav. I mean, Hero is a lot further along than Grav was the first time I released it. Or like the first playable build that I put online. And it's probably even pretty much further than B-Box was the first time. So yeah. Yeah, B-Box was not at all balanced the first time it came out, and then people complained that there were too many of the 1 blocks, and like, oh, I used like true randomization for like spawning shapes in B-Box initially. So like sometimes you would hit the button and it would give you 8 of those like 1 blocks in a row, and those are so useless. Like they're Thank you for tuning in, Light Up Man. I hope to see you again soon. Good luck with like learning Unity, and if you have any questions, feel free to just shoot them out in chat. Like, I don't always know the answer, but like, I mean, like we said, like a lot of people here develop in Unity, so I'm sure someone can probably help you out as well. I probably should have mentioned that as a way to get better at Unity, is to yeah, feel free to ask all the questions that you like. well, sorry, I mean, don't feel obligated to stay just because I'm still rambling about that same topic. But yeah, for all the same reasons that I enjoy like checking out all those other resources, I really enjoy hearing what you guys are working on as well, and like hearing what challenges you're coming up against. Sometimes if you've been thinking about the same, again, don't feel obligated to stay. Thank you again for tuning in, and I hope to see you again soon. I'm going to continue rambling. Yeah, for all the reasons that I enjoy checking out those other sources. Like, I enjoy hearing what you guys are working on. If you're like working on the same thing for like a long period of time, and I've been working on Hero now. Like technically, I started it back in July, but I've been working on it like earnestly for like over a month now. And if you just keep banging your head against the same problems again and again and again, like you can get like even like a problem that like maybe you should be able to solve. Like it'll feel a lot bigger. Like I don't know. It's just like I find that if I move to something else and just think about a different puzzle or like a different sort of challenge for a while, then when I come back to what I had been working on, like I have a brighter perspective on it. So yeah, for all those reasons, I encourage everyone to holler if they if they have any like questions or just like interesting topics that they think about in working in Unity or just like game development in general. So I just kind of like, you guys might have noticed, I just kind of like ramble about like whatever is like going through my head at any given time. But if there's specific things that you guys want to hear about too, like let me know. I'm just making educated guesses as to like what people might find interesting versus what is literally just going through my mind at any given moment. So yeah. Oh yeah, the explosion spawn rate. So right now the explosion spawn period. Oh wait, this isn't where I meant to go. This is related. No, this is right. Okay, yeah, right. So now the explosion spawn period, like an explosive device will spawn like that fixed interval. So like I think it starts out at like 10 seconds or something like that at the start of the game. So like every 10 seconds an explosive device will spawn. And then that interval will slowly shorten and shorten over the course of the game. And right now it only shortens based on it only shortens over time. So the only thing that causes explosive devices to spawn more frequently is just the gradual progression of time. As I mentioned earlier, if you're really effective at the game, you will naturally get more powerful. If you like find a really good strategy, or if you like hit a lucky streak, you'll get powerful fast. And because explosive devices don't keep step with that, the game will become like pretty easy. Like I've gotten into situations where like it wasn't like so overtly bad in how easy it was, but just from having played through the game like dozens of times, like it felt a lot slower than it usually does. So in order to smooth that out, I'm thinking I also was just thinking like in general I might want to like toughen it up a bit. So maybe I shouldn't base it on ooh. Now I'm conflicted because if I scale it by progress, then the people who take a long time to play the game will get so many explosive devices, and it might get to a point where it's like virtually impossible to proceed. So maybe I should just raise. Maybe I'll maybe I will implement this, but then I'll also just raise the minimum. So yeah, all right. So explosive spawn stock, etc., etc. Explosive spawn time plus equals. Whoa, what are we doing here? Oh yeah, if population loss is greater than 1. Oh right, because. Oh right, okay, yeah. So we do scale. Okay, we scale down the rate of that explosion spawn based on population loss. So when population is is less than 1. Wait, pop pop L is. Oh right, okay, yeah, okay, because it's a ratio. I was like less than one, but yeah, it's because it's not a count. It's a ratio, right? Okay, so mobs lost divided by expect count. Mobs lost. Oh yeah, because it can equal one, and then there's that weird case. Oh right, I only put that in so that we avoid like a weird div by zero error. Okay, right. So this is just like a weird other case, but like this is effectively like the main deal. Right. So yeah, we do slow down the spawn of explosive devices when there are just fewer mobs on the map. If enough explosive devices detonate, then your mob population dwindles, and so it would be a little unfair if at that point they all just carried explosive devices. So right, so all right, so yeah, we have a little bit of sophistication in this as of yet, but let's okay, let's say float float hey yeah um yeah, thank you for tuning in again. I guess sorry, yeah, my schedule has been drifting a little bit later, so I'm probably going to be on for like hours longer, but if you're on that side of the Atlantic, then I would completely understand if you are not in for the long haul. I mean, I stayed up until 5 o'clock last night, but only because I'm a crazy person. I don't advise doing that. I thought I might actually lose another day today just because I thought I was going to be like too exhausted. But the nice thing about sleeping in until 6 is that apparently you can stay up until 5 and still feel rested the next day. Life hack. No, but then I didn't even get started until like 2:30 today. So yes, I advise sleep. Sleep is smart. Sleep is good for health. It's just good for feeling good. So yeah, thank you for stopping in. It's always great to have you here. I hope to see you again soon. If I'm not online tomorrow, I'm gonna be really disappointed in myself. By which I mean I'll probably be online tomorrow and possibly Saturday as well. So I hope to see you back again soon. I think I said that already, but it's true. It's just true. I frequently hope that. So we were setting up a float. Yeah, right. Okay, so I want to calculate out. So float. Let's say float. NX SPW. N equals actually NXPD is simpler. All right, and then so we're basically going to replace that other thing, and then so basically we're going to say plus equals NXPD. But the reason we're breaking this out is that if NXPD, since we're going to add another mechanism by which we can accelerate the spawn rate of explosive devices, but we still don't want to breach the lower minimum. So we're going to say, if we haven't actually even changed how that is calculated. Oh yes. Stay strong. Trisox is an amazing person. I don't know if he's probably not here anymore, but he was telling me about how like, well, apparently he's been on like a fitness spree lately, and I was really impressed because like he was telling me some of like the numbers that he came up with in terms of like how he's the results that he's gotten from like the stuff he's been trying, and it's like mind blowing. Like I didn't think it was like humanly possible to like get numbers like he was describing. So if anyone out there needs a few tips in that regard, I bet I bet he has really good advice. I just assume so because like whatever he's doing is clearly working. uh, so yeah, right. So yeah, we're reducing, we're potentially reducing the spawn period, or we will certainly be reducing the effective spawn period, but we still don't want to breach the lower minimum. And in fact, we probably might want to raise the lower minimum a little bit, because I think the minimum is, right now the minimum is just there to stop it from like it could like if the period just reduces and reduces and reduces, eventually it might be like expressible as like in scientific notation for being like such a small value. So yeah, we don't want that. And yeah, so and now we want it in fact to not reach an even other value of gosh, let's see. Yeah, okay, so if NXPD, for starters, let's just say if NXPD is less than EXPL spawn period min, then NXPD equals EXPL spawn period min. And whoops, you know what, let's how do we want to do this? I think I never want this to get smaller than XPL spawn period. Oh, what's that? Nope. What was it? What was our new value called? I can probably find it in autocomplete. EXPL spawn progress scale. Yeah. I think I just never want. So yeah, we'll continue as the minimum as it was, but so yeah, the punchline is that we're going to multiply in this progress scale, or okay. So the progress scale is going to be probably somewhere around 2, and what that's going to mean is that when you are right at the end of the game, explosive devices will spawn twice as fast, and throughout the course of the game, based on your progress. Not just based on time, but based on like literally how fast you're clearing in-game objectives, you will approach that that doubled speed. I don't know if it'll be doubled. It might be like tripled or quadrupled or something. But yeah, it's going to be based on this value. So we don't even want the base spawn period to get wait. The explosive spawn period is greater than explosive spawn period. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So if so the only time we want to actually reduce the spawn period is if greater than the minimum period times the explosive spawn period scale, progress scale, because we'll so predictably get later the period reduced by the explosive spawn period progress scale that yeah, this is basically just to use the minimum, I guess, in a more genuine fashion. So yeah, let's actually do that. So right now the explosive spawn period is getting divided by 1 minus mobs lost, etc., etc. So we can also multiply it by, or no, divide it further. Divide it by, so wait, hold on. Or I like to, it's easier for me to think of things as multiplication. So what do we want to divide it by? We want to divide it by explosive spawn period progress scale. No, yeah, that's on the lower half of the it's in the the denominator. Is that the bottom half? Is that what that's called? So what goes in the top? The top is so the fraction is I don't think of it as either. I'll think of it separately. So this is a scalar, and it goes from 1 to this thing. This is an important thing to remember. So it will be 1 plus yeah, I'm just gonna write down this online for a moment. So 1 plus Explosion spawn period min. No, not min. What is progress scale? Times what? Oh yeah, sure. Times mob saved divided by mobs saved to win. So yeah. Oh. Yeah. So +1, -1, whatever. That's slightly gawky, but that is actually what I want to accomplish, because we want to, yeah. I want the explosive spawn period progress scale to represent. So maybe I should change how I think about that. No, this is fine enough. It's slightly gawky, but whatever. No, yeah, I'm gonna change how I think about it. Only in as much to say, so instead of like 2 to make them go twice as fast, I'm gonna do it the other way around. Am I? No, that's fine. Whatever. If it's the concept of speed, so the concept of speed that we use in other places in the game. So all right, this is one term. So I'm putting it in parentheses before I drop it in, and it is actually divided by it, because this gets bigger as we progress through the game. And then all right, so yeah, so it gets bigger, and we're dividing it. So NXPD will get smaller. So then we check to make sure that it's still above the minimum, and we ship it. So I think I said what explosion progress scale. Did I not make it public? Oh no, here it is. So yeah, I set it to 2 for starters. I'm thinking it's actually probably going to be closer to 3. And let's see how that feels. Soup modifiers on path 3. Did we do that yet? We might have. If we're not, we'll do it right now. Super mod strength. I forget if I tuned this up yet. I think I might have. Oh no, I tuned up the duration. Which seems fine. I'll tune it up again. I'll put it up to 5. Although, yeah, no, that's fine. So yeah, maybe this encourages a potential strategy for Power 3, because the duration is 5. So if you multiply it, if you add multiplicity to it once, the duration is now 10. If you add multiplicity to it again, the duration is now 15. And the cooldown is only 30 seconds. No, the cooldown is only 20 seconds now. So you can have Power 3 like almost all the time with just a couple multiplicity modifiers. So yeah, let's see how it goes. We're gonna play this thing. Play it like it's a game. Yeah. Increased strength. I'm gonna put that on bombs. I like strength on bombs. Speed and range. Range I like on the hero. Speed I like on bombs. Oh, missed. Dash. Range. I'll put that on auto attack. I kind of want to try my. Oh, I know the other thing I want to do. Sorry. quick thing. Huh. I think these were the two things that I wanted to remember. I wanted to change super to be more effective, and I wanted to add in a print at the end of the game. So yeah, I haven't been keeping track of score based on how I've been playing and the results I've been getting. I want to make sure that it's at least quasi-reasonable before I start refactoring how it all works. So so print at the end of the game, print time bonus time bonus, or it was print score and time bonus and I guess time, right? Or not like time, but like start time minus fixed time. Nope. And then so yeah, start time minus fixed time, so like elapsed time basically, and then what else? Yeah, time bonus power, and also time bonus scale, because I might tune these things, so I want to make sure I'm keeping track of what they were at any given stage. All right, there we go. Now we'll get some nice information at the end. I also sometimes I miss it if I'm not looking at the screen when the time ends. Well, the time bonus starts ticking pretty fast, so it's easy not to see exactly how much your time bonus was for. I think that's good. Score, time bonus, start time, so time elapsed, and then the two current tuning values. And if we add more values to tune it, then we'll want to add those into the print. What? You can't what? Oh, yeah. Derp. Math. Alright, save that. Yeah, alright, now let's play. See how this goes. Hey, how's it going? Welcome back, Light Up Man. Hey, we got a new follower! Glitch H Trey! Thank you for following. Thank you for tuning in. It is great to have you here. Wow, today's really cool. I don't know. Oh, no, you know what it was? It's because I didn't stream yesterday. I was like, I missed this, but yeah, it's not because yesterday was boring or anything. Well, it was a little boring, but only because I just wasn't streaming at all, so... Oh, wait, I'm supposed to be playing. I'll probably start over in a second, but... Yeah, what is it, like, it's like gigs, so, it'll take it. It's, I haven't ported to iPad yet, but I am targeting iPad, and actually mobile devices too, I've been testing it on Android. I have a small Android device, which is actually not nearly as powerful as an iPad, so, yeah, it should be compatible with a lot of devices. Yeah, you might have noticed that it's I'm using 3:4 aspect ratio, which is it's like perfect for like portrait mode in a tablet. So that's how I like to play games. So that's how I make games. I should start over because I got really distracted and I wasn't actually using my buttons. How do I get it? How do I get the view set up? So like, yeah, I think it starts on like free aspect or something. And there's like some screen resolutions that you can choose from, like on this list, this drop down list. And like, you know, for a lot of projects, you'll want something like 16:9. Like this is like standard widescreen ratio. So if you're making like a console game or something, you might want to use that. If you use this item down at the bottom, it's like a little plus sign. You get to like, whoa. Well, it doesn't feel like working right now, but usually what you get is yeah, the ability to add a resolution. So yeah.